Hey gang, welcome back to the big board. It's been a couple of days, been busy with things, uh, dealing with my wife's estate, which is not my wife's estate, but my wife's family's estate. Trying to get that all resolved so we get out from under having to babysit stuff. Very distracting. So, and this morning, this morning at 5 o'clock, my cat brought a bird in from outside, which flew everywhere and splattered blood. And so I was up early scrubbing floors and walls. So if this doesn't make any sense, sorry. So let's just put that right out there. So you may want to just ignore this and pretend like it doesn't happen. But I've been thinking about mud and the impact of mud in the game. And we have basically three more turns potentially of mud. I've got to roll a 1 on a 1d6 to not have mud all the way through the end of October. And then we move into the chance of either it being clear or dry or freeze, right? And in which either or are fine. So those three turns, what I'm seeing is, a 12-2-2 can basically move one hex a turn, and the Germans are trying to pull back slowly. The Soviets really were looking up in the western area up here, this area here, trying to build up some supply so they could conduct a significant offensive. They're in their fourth turn of the offensive, and it has not gone well. It just, it's just horrible surprise rolls, and lots of AL1s and even an AL2. That's a two-step loss to the attacker. And so what I'm thinking to sort of facilitate getting this into a stage where we can move and groove is I'm going to simulcast the three mud turns and allow basically all of the Russian units to move pretty much wherever they want within, reason. So, we'll let these guys move 3 times, right? And we'll shuffle some stuff around. We'll pay fuel for things. I've got myself in some pickles here with supply because with mud, supply ranges across tracks with trucks is different. So that's a shit show that I had not anticipated here, and I've had to shuttle in some supply to pay for all this nonsense. And it's killing my stockpiling for a reactivation from regrouping into offensive mode, which was going to be my next one here. And so now that's all foobarred because I didn't look at the truck movement on tracks more closely enough. Let's say that. Down in the marshes, down in whatever this zone is, first Belarus, also just a super slog. So we're going to be out of supply over here. It's horrible. Anyway, so I need to fix most of that, which may mean pulling some guys back. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start potentially roll for attrition up there. Not a lot going on up here. I think everyone's going to be fine up in that area, up in Baltic 1. So I think that's what I'm going to do. That way we can get through this, get out of the grindy bits. I'm going to run everybody under regroup mode. I'm going to flip the Western offensive out of offensive mode into regroup mode as of the 22nd of October, and put them into regroup, and that will then let them reset their clock. And I've got everybody else is just pretty much ready to rock and roll, and we'll move the 1, 2, 3. We'll move the artillery for the Western Front along as well. And so I think that'll help just speed things up because it's causing a lack of interest in the game because I can't really do very much, and I've made some mistakes with the supply, and I'm having to compensate and make adjustments and pay penalties for my dumbness in certain areas. So I need to go revisit all that and make sure that I've done it correctly. And then we're going to pick we'll pick the action up. I'm going to call it, you know what, I'm going to roll for, let's roll for weather right now. Give me a die. Put it in here. Oh, she's going to roll the 6. A 6 on November 1st is going to be a freeze. Okay, so November 1st will be our first full turn where we'll activate things, and I will work out which 2 formations I am going to activate as into offensive mode. And maybe that's, I think, based on the timing of when that happens, because that happens at the start of the Soviet reinforcement phase. Okay, so that's fine. So that means that we can move into offensive posture. All right, that's what's going on. It's a little bit of a shit show. Welcome to my world. Talk to you all soon. Go roll some dice. Hey, today's Friday. Go get after it.